The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, Chapter number 28, Text number 43, given by His Grace, Sriman Sankarshan Das Adhikari, recorded on May 23rd, 2012, in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Svayonishu Yatha Jyoti Ekam Nana Pratiyate Yoninam Guna Vaishamyat Tata Atma Prakritau Stitaha Svayonishu Yata Jyotir Ekannana Pratiyate Yoninanguna Vaishamyat Tatatma Prakritau Stita Svayonishu Yata Jyotir Ekang nana pratiyate Yoginanguna Vaishamyat Tatatma Prakritau Stitaha Svayonishu in forms of wood. Yata as Jyoti fire. Ekam one. Nana differently. Pratiyate is exhibited. Yoninam of different wombs. Guna Vaishamyat from the different conditions of the modes. Tata so Atma the spirit soul. Prakrito in the material nature. Stitaha situated. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. As fire is exhibited in different forms of wood, so under different conditions of the modes of material nature, the pure spirit soul manifests itself in different bodies. Purport. It is to be understood that the body is designated. Prakriti is an interaction by the three modes of material nature. And according to these modes, someone has a small body and someone has a very large body. For example, the fire in a big piece of wood appears very big, and in a stick the fire appears small. Actually, the quality of fire is the same everywhere, but the manifestation of material nature is such that according to the fuel, the fire appears bigger and smaller. Similarly, the soul in the universal body, although of the same quality, is different from the soul in the smaller body. The small particles of soul are just like sparks of the larger soul. The greatest soul is the super soul, but the super soul is quantitatively different from the small soul. Supersoul is described in the Vedic literature as as the supplier of all necessities of the smaller soul. Nityo Nityanam. One who understands this distinction between the supersoul and the individual soul is above lamentation and is in a peaceful position. When the smaller soul thinks himself quantitatively as big as the larger soul, he is under the spell of Maya, for that is not his constitutional position. No one can become the greater soul simply by mental speculation. The smallness or greatness of different souls is described in the Varaha Purana as Svangsha Vibhinangsha. The Svangsha soul is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the Vibhinangsha souls are small particles, are eternally small particles, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Mamaya Vangsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. The small living entities are eternally part and parcel, and therefore it is not possible for them to be quantitatively as great as the super soul. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yatha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganitanvitam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvidamscha. So, one time there was a little potter boy, a little boy who made pots.
На времето имало едно момче, което правило глинени съдове.
And he had a desire to become very rich.
И той имал желание да забогатее.
So he had made one pot and he was carrying it to the market.
Той направил един такъв глинен съд и го носил към пазара.
Dream of becoming a big multi-millionaire.
И си мечтал как ще стане голям мултимилионер.
So on the way he took a little nap. He laid by the side of the road and took a nap.
По пътя той легна настрани от пътя да си подремне.
And in his dream he took the pot to the market, he sold it, he made a very nice profit.
И в своя сън той занесъл съдовете, този съд на пазара и изкарал добра печалба.
He reinvested that money by making even more pots.
И той инвестирал отново тези пари, като си купил повече съдове.
Which he again took to the market and sold at a very nice profit.
Които отново занесъл на пазара и продал за добра печалба.
Give me even more money to invest in even more pots.
И той изкарал още повече пари и инвестирал в повече съдове.
So this way, in his dream, he became a huge multi-millionaire.
И така в своя сън той станал голям мултимилионер.
From his pot business.
Посредством този бизнес, продаване на съд.
And then he was thinking, now I will marry.
И след това си мислил, сега ще се омъжа.
And if my wife doesn't do what I say,
и ако жена ми не прави каквото кажа,
I will give her a big kick.
Тогава ще изритам.
And with that kick, in his dream, he kicked the pot and broke it.
И докато сънувал така, той ритмал всъщност изчупил този съд.
And he woke up and the whole thing was finished. You see.
И когато се събудил, всичко било приключено.
He has no pot at all. He can't sell it for anything. He's completely ruined. You see.
Той нямал този съд и всичко се провалило.
So in this way, the mental speculators, you see, they want to dream that they are God.
Този начин умствените спекулатори искат да сънуват, че са Бог.
They take some impersonal philosophy that teaches that you are God.
И взимат имперсонална философия, която ни учи, че ние сме Бога.
And they dream, yes, now I am God.
И те сънуват, сега аз съм Бог.
In the yoga class, they were having the students meditate like this. Now I am making the sunrise in the morning. I am making the sunset. It is going on by my potency.
В този този йога клас учили следната медитация. Сега правя така, че слънцето да
In the yoga class, they were teaching the students to meditate like that.
И луната да изгрее, да се движат планетите. Така ги учили в този клас по йога.
I've also seen a book on Zen Buddhism. The same idea was there.
Също видях тази идея в една книга за дзен будизъм.
That when you achieve the perfection of Zen Buddhism, then the flowers bloom in the spring because of you. You're making the flowers bloom.
Когато постигнеш съвършенство в дзен будизма, тогава пролетта и цветята разцъфват заради теб. Благодаря.
So it may sound very attractive. Oh wow, I get to be God. I think I like that idea.
Това може да звучи много привлекателно. Искам да стана
I'm the owner of everything, the controller of everything.
Да притежавам и контролирам всичко.
So you're sitting there thinking you're God, but then all of a sudden you have to run to the toilet room, you see, because your bowels are screaming at you.
И стоиш и си мислиш, аз съм Бог, обаче изведнъж трябва да отидеш до туалетната, защото имаш...
So what kind of God are you? You see?
Така че какъв...
Your bowels are God.
Какъв Бог си ти? Твоите
They're controlling you.
черва са Бога, защото те те контролират.
So in this way, we have to intelligently analyze
По този начин трябва интелигентно да анализираме
and realize that we are not God.
и да осъзнаем, че ние не сме Бога.
The Mayavadis, they want to become God.
Майавадите искат да станат Бог.
But the Vaishnavas, their program is to become greater than God.
Но програмата на вайшнавите да станат дори по-велики от Бога.
Why become God? That's a very small position, you see.
Защо да станат Бог? Това е много ниска позиция.
To become Vaishnava, that is very bigger position, you see.
По-добре да стана вайшнава, която позиция е по-издигната.
Prabhupada explains in this way. You see.
Шила Прабхупада
Just like Mother Jasoda, she is chastising God.
както майка Яшода, тя се карала на Бога.
God is running away from her in fear of her whipping stick, you see.
Богът тичал от страх от нея заради...
Or Arjuna, God is acting as the chariot driver for Arjuna.
И пък в случая с Арджуна, Бог станал негов колесничар.
So our philosophy is not to become God.
Така че нашата философия не е да станем Бог.
Our philosophy is becoming greater than God.
Нашата философия е да станем по-велики.
So how do you get that position of bringing God under your control?
Как да стигнем до тази позиция, в която Бога да стане наша собственост?
I mean, how is that possible? You could bring God under your control.
Как е възможно да подчиним Бога?
God is Ajita, He's unconquerable.
Богът е аджита или непобедим.
So how could He ever become conquered? Doesn't make sense, does it?
Как изобщо някога може да бъде покорен? Това няма смисъл, не е ли?
But yet God becomes conquered.
Но Богът става победен.
He becomes Jita, or conquered by what?
Той става покорен, джита,
By the love of His devotees.
от любовта на своите преданно дадени.
Actually, Prabhupada explains an amazing lecture that I was hearing the other day.
Прабхупада обяснява една удивителна лекция, която чух онзи ден.
Everybody is glorifying Him. Oh, you are the supreme personality of Godhead. You are the greatest.
Всички възхваляват Кришна, че е върховната божествена личност.
Sometimes Krishna becomes disgusted.
И понякога на Кришна вече му писва.
He wants somebody who will chastise him.
Се връщава дори и той иска някой да го накаже, да го укори.
So who will He allow to chastise him? Only His pure devotees, you see.
И на кой ще позволи Кришна да му се скара?
We should not think, well, I will please Krishna by chastising him.
Само негови чисти преданни. Ние не трябва да си мислим, че може да го удовлетворим като му се.
That is called sahajism.
Това се нарича сахаджа.
We want to imitate the liberated souls.
Когато искаме да имитираме освободените.
You cannot jump to that position just by your desire. You have to qualify yourself.
Ние не можем да скочим на тази позиция просто със своето желание. Трябва да се квалифицираме.
But the desire to be qualified like that is very nice desire.
Но желанието да постигнем тази
But
позиция.
you have to know the method of how to achieve it.
Но трябва да знаем метода, по който да постигнем.
As Prabhupada said in Los Angeles, do whatever service you're given. That's the way to do it.
Прабхупада е казал, това може да постигне като правим всяко служба.
Whatever order your spiritual master gives you, whatever order your local leaders give you, you follow that very faithfully.
Каквото наставление ти даде духовният учител или местният лидер, ти трябва да го следваш.
Because by doing that, you'll become completely purified.
Защото правейки това, ти напълно се пречистваш.
And in this way, you can conquer God in due course of time.
По този начин с течение на времето можем да покорим Бога.
When you totally give yourself to Krishna, Krishna will totally give himself to you.
Когато ти напълно дадеш себе си на Кришна, Кришна ще ти се отдаде напълно на себе.
So now I can ask if there's any questions.
Има ли някакви въпроси?
Yeah.
Искам да питам, когато такава ситуация няма по-старши преводари. Нали с духовни учители е добре, обаче примерно веднъж месечно може да пишеш само писмо и така. Има ли някакъв проблем, понеже съм чул, че трябва да има общуване с равни, с по-старши. Това физическото присъствие, дали е проблем? Дали човек може да се възгорди, това ми е също.
Ако няма по-старши.
Да, до него, който да го наблюдава.
In a situation if there is no senior or equal devotees to us, and we can, for example, write to our spiritual master once a month, but in this situation, isn't there danger that we may become proud, and if there is no one senior to us to correct us around us?
If one is a spiritual leader and he doesn't have any equals or superiors around to chastise him and keep him down, keep his false ego from flaring up, and he can only write his spiritual master once a month, well, try writing the spiritual master more than once a month. Then. You can write the spiritual master every day. Especially if someone is in a leadership position like that and they need support, the spiritual master will give them priority. They won't have to wait in the queue with 500 other devotees for an email. They'll be elite status. They'll get bumped to the top of the queue. Such emails will be answered immediately. So you should, if you have difficulty, you write it as often as you need to. Even if every day you write, it's okay. Because you're the leader there, you have no equals or you have no superiors. So you have to make so many decisions, how to guide people, etc., etc., etc. So it's good that you write as often as necessary, even once or twice a day. Just consider that I was actually there, how much you would consult with me. You can do the same thing now by email. Take advantage. Your spiritual master is on the planet right now. Someday he will not be on the planet. So take advantage of Prabhupada's representative who's on the planet right now. Any other questions? Yeah.
Какво представлява прошката при взаимоотношенията между хората? И кога не бива да се
What is forgiveness in the relationship between people and when we should not forgive?
Forgiveness means that you don't hold anything against them. Kshama. It's one of the qualities of a Vaishnava. And when you should not forgive, there's no time when you should ever not forgive.
Кога не трябва да прощаваш, не трябва да има такъв момент, в който да не прощаваш.
That is Vaishnava.
Vaishnava винаги прощава.
A Vaishnava is an ocean of forgiveness.
Vaishnavата е океан от прошка.
Vaishnava is an unlimited ocean of forgiveness.
Vaishnavата е безграничен океан от прошка.
How much Prabhupada has had to tolerate our offenses?
Колко Прабхупада трябва да търпи нашите оскърбления?
How much he has forgiven us. He can't even conceive of how offensive we are to Prabhupada.
колко много ни е прощавал Той, ние не можем да си представим колко оскърбителни сме били към.
But yet He mercifully keeps us here in His movement.
Но Той милостиво ни държи тук в това движение.
So you should try to be as kind as forgiving as Prabhupada is.
Ти трябва да станеш толкова прощаваща, колкото и Прабхупад е бил.
That's what it means to be a true granddaughter of Prabhupada.
Това означава да бъдеш истинска внучка на Прабхупад.
You should be as kind and as forgiving as Srila Prabhupada is.
Трябва да бъдеш толкова милостива и се прощаваща като него.
Even you're the true granddaughter of Prabhupada.
И тогава ще бъдеш истинска внучка на Прабхупад.
Next question.
Други въпроси?
С няколко думи просто чул съм различни отговори на този въпрос, но искам да чуя за разликата между карма йога и карма йога в Кришна съзнание. Каква е разликата?
I have heard many answers to this question, but I would like to hear your opinion about what is the difference between karma yoga and karma yoga in Krishna consciousness.
Karma yoga means Krishna consciousness.
Karma yoga означава Кришна съзнание.
Karma means act, and yoga means to offer the result of your acts to Krishna.
Карма означава действие, йога означава да предложим всички действия на Кришна.
So there's no such thing as karma yoga without Krishna consciousness.
Няма такова нещо като карма йога без Кришна съзнание.
Yoga means Krishna consciousness, yoking with God.
Йога означава Кришна съзнание, свързване с Бога.
Now there is a difference between karma and karma yoga.
Има разлика между карма и карма йога.
But there's no such thing as a difference between karma yoga without Krishna consciousness and karma yoga with Krishna consciousness.
Но няма разлика между карма йога без Кришна съзнание.
If there's no Krishna consciousness, it's karma, it's not karma yoga.
Ако няма Кришна съзнание, е карма, не е карма йога.
If there is Krishna consciousness, if it's karma yoga, then Krishna consciousness is there.
Ако е карма йога, Кришна съзнание присъства.
Karma means you act and enjoy the fruits of your work for your own sense gratification. That's karma.
Карма означава да работиш и да се наслаждаваш на плодовете от дейностите си за стимул.
Karma yoga means you act and offer the fruit of your results, the fruit of your work to Krishna. That is karma yoga.
Карма йога означава да работиш и да предложиш плодовете на труда си на Кришна. Това е карма йога.
Но в Бхагавад-гита има две глави, които са заглавени. Едната е карма йога, другата е карма йога в Кришна съзнание. Какво е наложило така да бъде?
But in the Bhagavad Gita there are two chapters that have these names. The third chapter is Karma Yoga and the fifth is Karma Yoga in Krishna consciousness. Why there is such distinction?
So why in the Bhagavad Gita it makes such a distinction? I'd have to look in the Bhagavad Gita and see.
Трябва да погледна Bhagavad Gita и да видя.
Where is the Bhagavad Gita?
Има ли Bhagavad Gita на английски?
So the question is why chapter 3 is called Karma Yoga and chapter 5 is Karma Yoga Action in Krishna Consciousness. It's interesting if that's the title that you're seeing is only a shortened form of the title. If you look at the very end of the chapter, Prabhupada gives the full title of that third chapter, which is Karma Yoga or Discharging One's Prescribed Duty in Krishna Consciousness.
Интересното е, че карма йога, това е съкратеното название на главата. Ако погледнеш на края на главата, пише...
Karma Yoga is an abbreviated form of the title.
Пълното заглавие всъщност е карма йога или как човек да изпълнява предписан дълг в Кришна съзнание.
The full title is Karma Yoga or Discharging One's Prescribed Duty in Krishna Consciousness. So chapter 5 then, Karma Yoga, let's see if there's a long form of that. No. So chapter 5 is action in Krishna consciousness, and chapter 3 is performing one's prescribed duty in Krishna consciousness.
Пета глава пише действие в Кришна съзнание.
That's the actual title.
Как да изпълнява предписани си задължения в Кришна съзнание. Това е трета глава.
So this confirms what I said.
И това потвърждава точно това, което казах.
Chapter 3 and chapter 5 are both Krishna consciousness.
И трета и пета глава касаят Кришна съзнание.
So our time is up. The little thing's going to go off in about 30 seconds. Jai. Shishi Radha ki jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Bhagavata ki jai.
Sankarshan Prabhu ki jai.